Hello, and welcome YouTube people. I'm Van or Barry, as many know me. Right now I'm waiting actually for Mr. Rhys to join me. We've been talking about the upcoming GoFundMe campaign we have for our Expositioner story, Ideal Comics. The Expositioner is our detective character, and right now, due to things like just project changes, we are discussing issue 1's title. Issue 2 is still in the works, but it's been pushed back. And right now we're coming over from a Facebook stream that we were, hosting over there on Facebook. And right now we're just moving channels. And until Reese joins me, I know we have to grab his power cord. As it happens when you stream. So yes, if everyone joins us, thank you. And if anyone watches later on, thank you. I'll probably thank you again at the end of the stream. Um, Time is precious tonight, as it is every night and every day. Which brings me to a whole nother line of thought that I see often. Friends and colleagues and people I know will say that, hump day or another couple days until Friday and the weekend, right? You know, sometimes we put ourselves in a position that we just don't have the choice to do the job that we want. Like I don't get excited like when it's like a day, this is not my day job. I wish writing or creating comics or books or art was my full-time job. It just doesn't pay the bills right now for me. So I have a day job, and with that, I don't. My day job is fine enough, but I don't like. I'm like, yes, this is it. This is what I was born to do. This is me getting up and going to my day job and rocking this stuff. So I get that. I get that. You're getting up and it's like, oh, one more day until the weekend. But I want everyone to. This is a whole thing about. This is actually what keeps me going sometimes when the creative process is not easy and it's a drag. Is find something that you're passionate about. Some people it's traveling. Uh, and I think, and everyone, from what I can tell, this is just me. Everyone likes to create. Everyone has something in them that wants to. They want to do something. They want to create something. And find that, And failing's okay. Like everyone I talk to, almost daily, I get the whole. Well, I can't draw. I can't art. I can't paint. I'm like, yeah. Well, once upon a time I couldn't add. Once upon a time I couldn't math. And I truly, from experience, yeah, some people are born with some attitude, but I think it's what you're drawn to. Um, People like to draw. Yeah, they don't draw like kids don't. Most kids, some have a higher aptitude for drawing and placement and understanding light and shadow and all that stuff, right? It just happens that way. But most people start out just drawing things they like. I'm trying to draw like Garfield. I'm trying to draw like this character I see on TV. And as a 3-year-old, hey, the metal, how we doing, sir? And so I'm just drawn, and it's whatever it is when I'm 3 years old. But eventually, it keeps on getting better. By the time I'm 6, everyone's like, oh, hey, look at that. That young man can draw. So your skill is what you work on. So if you find something that you enjoy for a side passion or something brings more meaning to your daily life, find that and take time to explore that. And if you fail at it or if it's just too stressful and you're not into that right now because you already have enough stress in your life because your day job is just that's the way it goes, or maybe it's more than just your day job. Maybe it's just your daily life, maybe it's your family, whatever. Okay. There are a lot, like, modeling. There's tons. There's ton. Modeling is such a uh, vast array of genre. I was watching that makes me want to do something on the side if I ever get a chance to do is modeling like landscapes. I was watching a guy on YouTube do that. Just the most relaxing, chill, cool stuff. I'm like, wow, this is talented and it's beautiful and it's relaxing. Sorry, the metal bud. Hey, how you been, man? I'm buying time, just discussing daily life, the way I look at things. Because I don't like people to burn time. We only have so many days. So I'm waiting for Rhys, dropping the knowledge, dropping the BS. Rhys is grabbing a power cord and who knows whatever else. We were over on the Facebook doing the first part of the podcast. Now we're over here, and we'll be talking about the expositioner. And we're trying to decide on what we want to do with the title because things have changed in the creative process. Number two issues been pushed back a little bit. Because you guys want to get kind of like reacclimated. I agree, man. Yep. Yep. That's dude. There's this guy that actually there's a kid that's I think he's probably I'm not sure. He's in his 30s now, right? And I follow one on YouTube. It's actually the one that sparked my like lit my spark um, for everything. Cause like I was just I was at a I don't have nothing. I don't care about nothing point. It's not that I didn't care about nothing. It's just I just didn't have anything, right? Like it was a downer spot. It was a bad year for me. And just started watching him on YouTube. He was first thing that was I was trying to learn how to use the Corel Painter program, and I fell on his channel. His name's Sakria Yasin. Got a great channel if you ever check him out. And because of him, actually, is why I stumbled onto like tons of different people like Jazza, Drava Jazza, and Mark Curley, just tons of different artists. Because he would interview them, and then they would interview other people. Back 8 to 9 years ago, when the whole art scene was really like instantly blowing up on YouTube. Now people just do it just most because they know they can make money off it. This is back when people were actually trying to do something with it, but it was still a love and passion, for my money's worth, anyway. And he'd talk about aptitude versus talent, because he was born with natural talent, but people just like him, his story is the same as me. People passed him because he went off and was doing other things, or he just put the pencil down or whatever. And it's like when you hop back on the horse when you hit a challenge or like that. He was one that really gave me my professional mindset and one that's carried me through. And it's sad that I figured out in my 30s. I was like 32, I think, when I was watching his videos. And he's like, there's sometimes you come to something that there is no way around. You have to get through it, and sometimes we all know that putting the pen down or just taking a step back and relaxing can help you get through something. But he's like, you know what? Sometimes this has to be defeated. This has to be overcame, and you have to just hit it. And you hit it, 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 until you finally break through. And that's all there is to it. You overcome it through just essentially dogged determination. And that mindset has helped me mostly in my semi-professional, air quotes, semi-professional life, doing the arts, you know. Oh, I'm gonna see if I sent Matt the right link because he's taking a while. Maybe I didn't. It's the one that... No, it's the right one. Anyway. Oh. Also, mean before, well, at the same time that we were talking about the title, uh, metal, I was talking about trying to work on a bi-weekly. This, and it's mostly me doing black and white sketches that are going to turn into a strip, a vertical strip I'm going to be doing, just for filler time, just for something fun, because I want more context on our characters. Uh, and I'm trying to get them out bi-weekly, and I think I can within a reasonable amount of time period. That might become bi-monthly. I don't think that should be the thing, but you know, never know. You never know when you start doing a whole new uh, what's task project. so so there I am. Right now I'm working on one that's almost done with Mr. Mr. Chisel. He has made an appearance in our I can't remember the name of the story was, but it was a story featuring Breakdown, and Mr. Chisel is actually an anti-hero. He's had a tough run of luck, and we don't make excuses for our heroes. Once our villains, you screw up, and Mr. Chisel has to own that. So in this is actually future tense. So we see Mr. Chisel after he's gone through quite a bit because of that one with Breakdown. He is the villain, and this one now is him more current time, and he's just doing his futuristic cabbie job. And as you start the scene, the first scene is it's a hot day or whatever, and he has the radio playing, and it's talking about the satellite that they are installing or whatever like that. As his fare in the back is all yelling about go faster or something. You know how people are sometimes. Talking about how they're having trouble with the satellite. Well, through the day it goes through, and his day is horrible. People are yelling at him, bad customers. He doesn't have enough change. Didn't bring enough small change for lunch. Count it out, happens. And then like his truck overheats, and so he's just thinking, it's one of those days like we all have those days. Like once again, I'm going back around to the whole, I want you to appreciate. I want people to appreciate every day, every get the most out of life that you can, and so it's true. So he's like, just screw this day. I want day to be over. This day sucks. This is worthless. And the satellite, lo and behold, starts coming down to Earth in debris, and is like smashing into all the buildings and stuff like that. And Mr. Chisel's he's a large, strong character. He's a big old, he's like he looks like living granite, kind of living black granite. He's crack. He has cracks in him more or less, and yeah. Anyway, he's kind of still a hero or anti-hero, whatever you want to call it, right? And so he's lifting up cars to protect people, and so then he sees this gal, little girl who's running. I made it so she's running after her pet rat or some rat. I don't know. I thought like a dog and a cat is just too common, right? So she's trying to save her pet rat that has like a vest on or something too, right? So it's a pet rat, and she rescues the rat, and then he has to grab like a big old, like maybe like a big old dump truck, and he like hurls it or he punches. Maybe I have him punching. I might have him punching part of debris coming down at them. So he just punches it, it goes shatters, flying everywhere, and so he has to scoop the girl up because more debris is coming down, and it's just wiping out parts of town. Let's kind of think about there's Matt. It's wiping out a little spot. Think like downtown Brooklyn or whatever, right? On a hot day, and so at the end he saves her, and she's like, "Oh my God, that was the coolest thing ever, best day ever." And up to that point, even then, he's like thinking, "My, yeah, I almost died. This little girl almost died. It's weird. It's just a shit day." And so the title is, even the good ones or even the bad ones. So even the bad ones matter, because to him it was a shit day. To her, that was the adventure of her lifetime. So it's very important. I think I did not add Matt there. Matt, I'm a jerk. Yeah, Yes,
Am I
it always
on?
does clear. Hey, but I was Metal joined us. Well,
Oh, hey, the metal. Sweet.
yes, yes. He's a very loyal and good guy to
No, he
us.
is. He's a good guy.
Yes, he
He's
is.
also been sharing I think he's been following the webcomic because every time I post something about it, he shares it. So
Awesome.
I think he might be a fan.
uh, any fan of ours, I'm a fan of also. I follow his stuff all of it on Instagram, and I was talking to him. I was telling him about how we're having trouble with the name, and then I was talking to him about the worst day ever, the Mr. Chisel, which
Yeah.
we were talking about by weekly by once. He's like, yeah, the schedule seems to sort itself out when you try to put it to put it into action to execute it. So yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's just enough. It's a whimsy form of art that I've been trying to perfect for speed reasons, and we're gonna see if it goes with that, and then can work with that.
Yeah, I don't know if I've talked to you about this, Barry, or not, but with the different projects that we're working on, I've kind of decided to put forces on hiatus after we finish up the current story we're in.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
You might have said that to me. I did not hear that.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, no, we've got most of the art for the Panic at the Ren Fair, and I've got stuff that I want to do in for their senior year stories, but the artists that have agreed to work with us on that regularly, I've kind of got other stuff I want them to do this year that are money making projects. So I don't want to stretch people too thin with stuff. So I'm going to focus on those, and then if we get all that wrapped up and Rolf's like, dude, give me something else to draw. Then
how is Rolf doing, actually, by the way?
He's doing okay. He's doing okay. I was out to visit him last week, and he's doing okay. He's moving around. He's off of he was hooked up to a bunch of hoses and stuff, and that's all done with.
Good.
He's got he goes in like a couple weeks for a consult for what will either be his first his last or next to last procedure. So, and then it's just rehab.
So like last I knew, he was having a hard time with the infection had been not good and all that stuff.
Well, yeah, and so it had been really bad, and so he'd been in the hospital there while they were doing there because they were opening him up and having to clean him out and everything routinely. Right. And that was 3 weeks of that.
Yeah.
But he got back home and was still on machines where he couldn't really go anywhere.
It'd be nice to get him back involved somehow and get him
definitely. He wants to. He says one of these days got to come out and stream from my place. I said, yeah, we'll have to make that happen. So, but yeah. But yeah, he's the plan is, and he and Tolly are both on board with this, is he's going to do pencils for I've Been to Hell. And then Tolly's going to do inks. And we're going to try to offer that as a premium for our patrons, and also maybe do a small crowdfund to get print copies for folks.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's the plan. But yeah, so
well, I'm glad.
So the metal. He's definitely, Rolf's definitely back to. He said, I'm not quite back to where I want to be drawing, but I've been doing a lot better at it, a lot more control, and I'm just anxious to keep working on stuff. So,
right. Good.
My priorities, script-wise, are to work on the Forces story, for the Patreon right now that we have, and to finish the dialogue for the X story, and then from there, I want to go ahead and get that. I've been to hell all finished. And it's about half finished and all plotted. I just need to get the dialogue done for it too. But hey, since the metal is here, I actually have a question for him. I have been thinking about, I know that for the extra we're getting ready to send out, we've been talking about we've been wanting to use those Gemini mailers. And I wondered if he drew up a neat little, like just a little glyph style X drawing in our little drawing contest that we did during the Marmaduke stream last summer. And I've been wanting to incorporate that into the X lore down the way. But I would love to do make a stencil of his drawing and actually stencil the mailers with the little X logo that he came up with. What do you think about that, Barry?
Which, who did the X logo?
I'll have to show it to you when I get back home. I realized I didn't have my charger, so I'm on my phone. I had to run to my office and get it.
Yeah, I was wondering.
I somehow left
in the basement. I was like, did Rhys go to his basement for his?
No. Well, I'm in the lobby of my office.
Ah.
So.
I heard keys jingling. I was like, well, Adventures with Rhys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So you have that on your computer then? You can share?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've got it on my computer.
Okay.
But it's just a little glyph version of Expositioner, and my thought would be that it would be really fun if like Skater, being an anarchist and a skate kid, in his career becoming a vigilante, if since X is on the run, if he actually was leaving Expositioner graffiti around just to taunt the police, that'd be kind of a fun little gimmick if he got into a little bit of graphing. And so I thought, well, why don't we tease that? Because I wanted to use that in story, but I thought, why don't we go ahead and tease that on the box that we're shipping out with?
That'd be sweet. That'd be even like reminiscent, like a nod. I mean, I'm not sure if this is popular with you and some people nowadays with the comic community, but kind of a nod of the hat to Watchmen, and a little bit nod of the hat also to. I'm getting bad feedback. To Batman, that could be his bat signal.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah. I think it's cool. I think it's very organic. I think it's a really good idea.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I thought it was, if Metal says that sounds cool. So yeah, that was the plan, is actually the boxes will ship out with that logo on the back of them, and we can make up a little template and just, use spray paint or acrylic paint and just stencil it right on there. Very old school, very punk rock. So.
Well, it's a good thing punk is dead.
Yeah, that's fine.
Long live metal. Right, metal? Long live grunge is what I mean, being from Seattle or from Washington. I'm so sad. I could actually even say I was there when grunge was born. I actually was like 13-year-old Barry going to some of those garage bands. I saw Nirvana. I actually saw Nirvana when they were just putting on this huge party.
Yeah, you would have been really young.
Yeah, I was 12, 13. My brother was 16, so that's why we got to go up there, and it was in Aberdeen and Hope Green. We're all close to Raymond and South Bend, and yeah, man, funny stories, funny times. First party we saw them in, the first garage band, some band that was supposed to be opening for them, or not really opening, but just kind of playing there with them, had a friend of the family that was playing it or whatever. So our moms went, And then like my friend's brother was like crowd surfing, so they didn't like that, so they had to leave and stuff. I don't know. It was, and then but then after that, we all went and saw him and stuff. It was,
That's a that's a really interesting
yeah, it was
concert story.
happened dances and yeah, it was weird. Just so horrible. But it was fun until that happened, and then like fun seeing him. Was it Hope or Aberdeen? I can't remember where I actually saw them without the parents. Zach was 16. I was 13. I think it was in
Yep.
Aberdeen. Anyway, yep.
That's
Grunge.
hilarious.
Yeah. I'm glad that stuff's gone.
Well, and
My
it's like it's actually really kind of funny too because like I don't know if you know, but some of the other indie comics guys that I'm kind of acquainted with are from that area.
oh yeah.
Out there now, yeah.
Well, I know like
You know,
some like are from Seattle and stuff.
yeah, yeah. Well, and some even there's some like that are Portland, Aberdeen,
Yeah, Aberdeen's way
Verona.
different than Seattle. Like Aberdeen is, I'm not sure. I haven't been there for a while, but
Yeah.
it was way
Well,
different than Seattle. Like King County.
yeah. And so, but anyway, there was one of the guys, Brett McGowan, who does the Changeling comic. I don't know if you've seen that at all.
I don't think so.
It's he's I think he lives just outside of Aberdeen or like up the road from there.
Mm.
But his little comic is set in Aberdeen, and the main character is a fairy changeling, who was raised as a human girl and discovers that she's not human in the course of the story. And but one of her little things is that like her cousins that don't live in the area, that are all older because she's kind of a younger gal. Um, they all think that she must like Nirvana because she's from Aberdeen, and she's just like, I
That was like
hate
40
Nirvana.
years ago, literally, or almost like not 30
But
years
yeah,
ago.
yeah,
It's like 30
yeah, yeah.
years ago.
But I mean, it's just
That's
like because that's
hilarious.
like this thing is because she's like much younger than the rest of her family.
Right.
It's one of those kind of things, and they're like, oh, so are you guys really like the Nirvana? They're local, and she's just like, what are you talking about? I'm a child.
Yeah, yeah. I was not even alive back then. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So I thought that was a fun little bit of local history to put into your book, and I don't think I knew that because I'm not familiar with the geography there at all. I didn't know how far Aberdeen was from where you were from or whatever.
So, I was born. So my whole family's from the coast, like from Long Beach and Chinook and that whole area. I graduated inland in the Naso Valley. I went to school there. But when I was born, I was actually born in South Bend. And South Bend and Raymond are just like a shot down south of Aberdeen, all that other stuff. So yeah, it's just you just keep on going up north that way, and that's what you find. It's all kind of same way, like yeah, all very much that grunge scene, very much just yeah, it's weird that the textures that are just I'm feeling right now are just weird. It's a weird
So
time, crazy time.
I'm going to mute my mic for just a second. I'm going to walk through some loud doors.
Okay. Oh, so what are you working on tonight, Metal? Oh. Yeah, I'm the same way, especially nowadays, right? Like I actually almost enjoy every genre. Um, the new rap to me isn't quite I really was new rap isn't quite old rap, but anyway. But yeah, every other genre of music, like there's few songs or whatnot that I really and that's actually, that's how I do it. I have YouTube, which has, I'm not sure how large of a library it is, but I pay for that because I'm a sucker and I like the Karate Kid, so I watch the new Karate Kid series on YouTube. But um, so now I get like, I can turn my phone off essentially and listen to YouTube or like that, and whatever. It's handy, and yeah, the library is endless, and it's great. I can't imagine, like, I'm back when I was a kid, like, just trying to buy CDs, or like I was like, only by the time I could burn CDs and steal them, I was in my 20s. So yeah, once again, this generation keeps you flowing. Yeah, yeah. I definitely understand that, man. Yeah, keeping it going is how it goes. I'm gonna turn this other light off here pretty soon because this is killing my eyes. And yeah, whatever. People only just see my ugly mug as much as if they do anyway. I lost Rhys. I wonder if I should re-invite him. Yeah, he still has a link. I'm sure he'll be fine. Damn it. Ah, there he is. Speak of the devil.
And I'm back.
What's going on, man?
Oh, not a whole lot, not a whole lot. So
We thought we lost you.
I jumped devices.
Yeah, saw that.
So did you talk to Metal about our struggles, and did he have any suggestions? Because I didn't see that.
He said find a new writer, which I was like, Metal.
That seems brutal.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal, buddy.
Huh.
Oh, he said he DM'd you the image over Twitter. Which I've been thinking about getting back on Twitter. I need to do that because like everyone uses Twitter. God damn it! So.
Yeah, it's an absolute cesspool, but it's pretty useful.
It is. So I know that. But apparently, if I stick to the right lanes, I can not dip into the gutter too much.
Well, I think a lot of it is like there's certain people that have success just not engaging. They see something they don't agree with.
Yeah.
They see
and that's
something
hard for me though. You know me. I'm like this. That's part of my.
Yeah, I can't. I actually refuse.
Yeah,
like,
it's not.
You're talking crap.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like yeah, I was gonna give you an example because like I was having some discussion with what's that what's his name, Ripa, because the new trailer for New Mutants came out. He's like, okay, it's a good trailer. It's a good trailer. I'm like, yeah, actually, it looks good. Cool. It looks nice. He's like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, but you know what it looks like? It looks like they're doing Generation X. Because New Mutants never had any horror to do with anything. Generation X had horror elements from when they found penance to M-play to everything. And I'm like, I love your channel. I like the way you talk. Most of the time he's reasonably backs up, although we all know what he does. It's what it what it is. But I'm like, but be consistent. If you're going to go after him for changing up all the stupid insanities that they've done with Captain Marvel and whatever else over the years, you can't pick and choose this stuff, buddy. So I was like, this is Generation X. This isn't New Mutants. They might be using their names, but let's be consistent here. So I'm like, it's like the new Star Wars. If it looks like it'll be good, it looks like it'll be like a good movie. I'm sure I'll probably like it. But that's not New Mutants. I'm sick and tired of Fox just taking these characters that I love and just tying them to nothing that has any association with them. So I dropped down on him couple videos recently. We went back and forth. He responded to me this morning. I didn't really check out what he said. I think I just kind of said my piece. I wasn't really worried about what he was going to say to it. But I'm not really sure.
So I'm going to go ahead and share that image so you can see it.
Yeah, I do.
I've got it queued up here, so.
All I'm hearing is clicky.
Gotta find it. Oh, there we go.
Okay. To stream. I really like it, but you know why I really like it, and this is gonna be horrible. You guys ever see that Spy versus Spy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and this is the funny thing about this is this was the 5-second drawing.
Right.
Of exposition.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this a 10-second or a 5-second? But yeah, it's great. I like I like the dirty of it.
Yep.
It's loose.
That's what I thought.
It's
Thought
loose.
this would be pretty easy to
to
make just a stencil for,
Oh heck yeah.
and then just we could just spray it on the back of the Gemini mailers, and we tape them up and ship them out.
Heck yeah. 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 That looks great. That'd be great. I love it.
But anyway, Metal.
Well, I can't tell
The question
if
we
it's
had
the black
was
spy or the white spy.
yeah. The question we'd actually had was looking at the title we're wanting, and I can't remember if you're one of our backers or not, but in any case, we decided that because of production schedules,
give it to him free, so loyal.
I know we should, we really should. But anyway, the point though is that with our production schedule, we're looking at it, and we originally envisioned the story as a 2-parter, but we're going to do some shifting around on that, and do a one story and then a sequel story, so rather than trying to get 2 in 2020, or in rather the 18 months or whatever. We're actually wanting to do 2 different stories in 2020 and 2021 or whatever. And so the gaming the system. Yeah. But yeah, but with it we so you've had a chance to read our message we sent out last week, updates.
So you back just the facts. What's just the facts? Sorry.
I think that's just the book, the physical book.
Well, I'm going to vote that the metal gets everything else. All here in favor of that. Yes. Cool.
Anyway, so we need to. The title Vox Populi doesn't work for just this volume.
Not the way Rhys envisions it, anyway.
Yes, not the way I want it done, and it doesn't, and it will work for just the second volume, but that leaves us without a name for the first comic, and which is so we're trying to toss around ideas, and we're a little up in the air. I suggested earlier today, but I'm afraid of 2 things that I'm afraid are too obscure, and both are Latin phrases. So, Tales of Shadow as the overarching thing, subtitled Sola Voce, or Tales of Shadow, subtitled Vox Nihili. But I'm not sure, and the reason I was wanting is that way when we have the 2 volumes, they both have a phonetic tie between them, so that it feels like it's part of a whole, but they each are standalone stories too. That's the challenge. So I don't know if you have an idea that will help, but we are really wanted to make the announcement, and we're just stuck kind of between things. So anyway, that's where I'm at. That's the pitch.
Have you? And you're mainly worried that they're too obscure, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm afraid that they won't. That they won't have a resonance to a reader who isn't already like keyed into our headspace. That's part of the problem with coming up with a title. Is some titles I think really sing. I mean, you want something that's gonna be super catchy.
Well, you want something that people are gonna get, like they're gonna get on with it. Like at first, sometimes they don't even know, but they like it.
Exactly. It's just got that hook.
Here's the thing about Vox Populi. Like I'm familiar that it's familiar within certain writing realms and stuff like that, but it's not that popular outside of. You know, it has its niche.
Yeah, it does. But the other thing is that it's close. The other thing I like about it is that it's close enough to English, where I mean, our words for voice and populace are directly from the Latin.
Directly, yeah, right.
So it's a very short trip. You know.
Right.
So
I'm with you on it. I just don't think we should. I don't think we should kill ourselves over it. I think we just roll with it and try to find something else. if you don't like that for the first one.
yeah,
A Bounty of Chaos.
that's Ex Dynamos Chaos. His
Oh. Okay.
No, it's not that obscure.
I don't know.
Well, Sola Voce is pretty close, I suppose. Unless you study Reformed theology at all, and then you'll get it.
It's a fat people. Yeah, what?
Well, in Reformed theology, there's the three solas: sola Scriptura, sola Fidelis, and sola Christos. They're the three main categories of difference between Reformed theology and Big O Orthodox theology.
Okay.
There are lots of other doctrines that are different, but there are three categories of doctrine, basically. Like in Christ alone, by faith alone, in Scripture alone.
Yeah, sorry, I'm with you. And I just.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
I'm just trying to think of stuff. I was looking up different.
Like I said, it's obscure.
Yes and no. I think there is niches, right? There are niches, especially nowadays, and once again, the internet is at most everyone's hands. So
That's true.
All we're thinking about mostly, like you said earlier, is phonically. How does it grab people?
Well, I do know that. Yep.
Yeah, Sola. Yes.
Yep. I do know that. Like, I like Sola Voce. The sound of it better than than Vox Nihili. Vox does have a fun. That. Vox does have a good punch to it.
Yeah, Vox sounds aggressive in some sort of way, right?
Yeah. It does. It does have that a certain aggressiveness to it. But Nihili is mostly breath, right?
Yeah, but
and so it doesn't have the same, like Vox Populi has a ba 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 ba, that rhythm to the all words have rhythm, but because it's got the the bilabial
Where
sounds.
our Western words connotate from when we're saying not, it's breathless. It's not. There's not a strength from it. It kind of leaves you,
Yeah.
and where it resonates when we say it. So um, people are familiar though with Nihilai and that root.
Well, I mean, maybe we need to pick something that's different. Those are the two that are in my head at the moment.
Right. I'm with you on that.
Mm.
I thought the former more than the latter. Phonically, sound more stood up well. A punch, the vox, better.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's actually a really good thought. That's kind of so you have Sola Voce and Vox Populi as the two book set. I like that. Does mean we need a new title card.
Why is my oh it is my PC is running low. Damn it. Well, fine.
Is your cord handy?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's like a
I'm gonna get a coffee. The other fun thing about doing it that way is that we can focus on. Is already written a lot the way we're doing that with um, uh, X's internal monologue, feeling isolated, feeling like he's alone in his mission, even though he clearly isn't. That's his emotional state because we find him in a very dark place. And then at the end of the story, we'll or the end of the second, well, even the end of the first story, the patrons line up. But at the end of the second story, we're going to have just more, um, I'll say more friendship, but that's what we're looking at, and more impact. You'll be able to see the impact of others in his life and others around him. And I think that gives um, that feeling very well. So I like it.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Metal. Thank you very much.
Yay. Oh. I'm glad that's out of the way.
What?
I'm glad that's settled.
Oh, glad that's settled. Yes, as am I. Well, I am going to jump on and adjust that.
Yes, you should.
I will.
mean, that's kind of like I do have. I would like to get a little bit of art done before the night is at midnight strikes.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm happy we got that settled, sorted. Is there other things we need to really discuss right now?
Oh, I don't think so. Uh, need need more pages. I'm going to work on dialogue tonight on some,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where we're at though.
Okay. I do what I can. Well, we appreciate it, Metal.
Yes, very much. We absolutely do. Um, if not to be oversimplifying,
Yeah,
but that's kind of a lifesaver.
yeah. Funny things
So,
happen, and that's okay.
okay. I'm going to leave, and we will we're just under an hour then that you've been on here.
Well, yeah, yeah.
You
For
have
the old YouTube, but that's about it's close to 2 hours tonight, so that's good. That's an hour
Yeah.
on each platform. Metal, once again, thank you very much for your support and your conversation. It's good times, buddy, and I'll hopefully be talking to you more along with and Rhys on the old Twitter spheres. And you guys have a good night.
Yeah. Have a good one, guys.
Yep. Bye bye.
Bye.
This is Captain Barry Vanson of the Ideal Comics SS saying good night.